All right, moms and dads and aunts and uncles and grandparents and whoever else is going to help with homework. I have been given some recommendations on how to make my videos a little better, so hopefully this helps today. I just wanted to go over what we expect from this sheet like this, both for letter strokes, which will be today and tomorrow, yesterday and today, and then letters, which you'll start getting next week. So for letter strokes, we finished them all today. So I'm trying to teach the kids, if they're right-handed, they should have their paper slanted a little bit like this with their clock hand up here holding the paper. If they're left-handed, it's going to be opposite. They're going to have it kind of like this with their clock hand holding this side. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to show you this way. I'm going to go over all the strokes quickly so that you kind of know what to expect. But just to show you, I wrote the stroke in red in each box, and what I want them to do is just recreate that stroke 5 more times within that same box. So eventually this will get filled up with a bunch of different things. But I'm going to show you, and I'm not fully prepared, I'm sorry, on here how each stroke is supposed to be written, because I think it's going to be easier for you to see. So this is just a little mock paper that I created just to help the kids practice. Here's our top baseline, our middle dotted line, our bottom baseline, and our bottom dotted line. This obviously is not going to exist on the real paper as you see on the practice sheet, but it's just to help them. So for our circle stroke, which will be used for things like A and O and P and B and D, we're going to start at the 2, just below the middle dotted line. We're going to go around to hit the the dotted line, over to 10, down towards 8, set it on the baseline, round to 4, and back up to 2. That's our circle stroke. Stroke 2 is the short stroke. So that's just going straight up to the top of the dots and pull a straight line down. Please help me reinforce that we're going down, we're not going up. Next, we have our tall stroke. So for that one, we're going just below the top baseline at 12 and pulling a straight line down. The next stroke is going to be the tail line. So that's for things like P, Q, G that go underneath the baseline. We're going to start at 12 on the dots and pull a straight line down about halfway to the next dots. Or on this practice worksheet, it's going to go about halfway down that open space. Then we have the diagonal line number 1. That's going to start at the dots just above the 10, and they're going to pull a diagonal line down towards the 4. Just to separate the diagonal lines, the next one is a cross stroke, which will be used for letters like T and F. So above the dots, they're going to go between the 10 and the 8 at about 9, and they're going to pull a slight line in the direction in which we read and write to where about 3 would be between those two. And then our final stroke is a 2 to 8 diagonal line. So they're going to start at the dots just above 2 and go down to the baseline like that. Now I spoke a little bit in my email today about pencil grip. It's really important. They're going to use these 3 fingers kind of like this, and it should rest, the pencil should rest right in this crook right here. Having them hold the pencil way down here, I hope you can see my tripod is kind of blocking my view. Having them hold it at the edge of the paint is very, very important. This is the proper pencil stroke. I hold it like this, which is not right. My hand gets super tired. In 2nd grade, I used to get swatted with a ruler, no joke. I know a few parents went to St. Peter's with me, they might remember this. I'm trying so hard to break that habit now so it's easier for them to write later in life. So 3 fingers like this, right in the middle, with the crook of the pencil, or the pencil in the crook of their hand like this.